A star chef, and we mean a star, is teaming up with a designer to give families a kitchen makeover of their dreams.
We are joined by host of Giada in My Kitchen, Chef Giada De Laurentiis. She's got more on this new heartwarming show. Good morning, Giada.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, just the idea of having you in my kitchen strikes terror because I don't know what I'm doing. But if you're coming to do a remodel, come on in.
I think I shocked the family because the husband didn't have any clue what was happening, and he had to sort of get himself back together. When he once saw me, I think he fell apart. So we had to reshoot the intro because of it. But I think it's a shocker. But I think that for me, that element of surprise is, I don't know, it's a gift. Yeah. I love it. And to be able to cook with him, we cooked prior to knocking down his kitchen, and then afterwards I got to break in the brand new kitchen with him. It was just a dream come true, truly. And working with Eric Garcia and designing it and figuring out the functionality and the movement.
Yes.
You know, what we could do with that space. We knocked down 2 walls, we covered a window, like we did a lot of stuff in that kitchen. And it wasn't a giant kitchen, it was pretty small. And then being able to kind of make it a part of the home, the way that the home is, you know, it was a Spanish house, so making sure we brought in some of that look and feel is really important. And I think it's such a vibrant, beautiful space. And I think when you have a beautiful kitchen, it inspires you to spend time in there and create these wonderful memories. And in my book, it makes the food better too.
So you mentioned the function. So I have heard professional chefs say, and you're a professional chef, my cousin is one too, they hate cooking in home kitchens because it doesn't have all the stuff that they're used to having. Which do you emphasize more, the function of the kitchen or the way it looks?
Well, for me, it's the function of the kitchen.
Yeah.
If the kitchen isn't functioning properly, you're probably not going to spend very much time in it, no matter how beautiful it is, right? And I think that's why restaurant chefs have such a difficult time in home kitchens. Yeah. But also, I think, you know, there's a lot of tips that restaurant chefs can bring into a home kitchen to really make it incredibly functional. And space is one of those things. I think a lot of kitchens don't have a lot of counter space, or we tend to just add a lot of junk to our counters, right? Yeah. Like we put microwaves and toasters and all this stuff on the counter, but really you need that counter space to work properly. And I like a certain dance in the kitchen. I like to chop on one side, turn around, and have the stove right behind me, the trash right beside me. Yeah. So really planning out those things. And we also did a really fun pedal sink, so you could just use your foot to turn on the faucet.
That.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's really fun. The kids love it. They're constantly doing it because they're little. And I just think like it engages everybody, and it makes the kitchen not only functional, but a really happy place. A place where you can have a lot of memories and a lot of laughs and create some really amazing food. So
would you like
it was an honor.
Would you like to right a wrong in my house? We just had our kitchen redone a couple of years ago. And it's got like dark cabinets, and it's got like this cool, you know, shelf space that looks kind of like a cow, you know, kind of cow thing. But they went with a black sink, my wife and the designer. I wanted a red sink. A red sink would have worked, wouldn't it? It would have worked.
That's interesting. So a red sink with dark cabinets. Well, you know what? The sink would have popped, which means that if you're not going to clean every dish in that sink pronto, it's to be a beacon. Yeah. So maybe your wife knew that you might like to leave some dishes in the sink, and the darkness will make it go away a little.
I'm going to side
Who
with
knows?
Caroline on
Yeah,
this.
you didn't help. You didn't help. Okay, fine.
Can we just unpack the pause? That's a choice.
Yeah, that's a choice.
That was great, Giada.
I've actually never heard of a red sink. I'll have to investigate that a little.
Okay.
That was unique.
Thank you.
Research for the next episode. Giada in My Kitchen.
Yeah, exactly.
Even now, you can catch it on Prime. Thank you so much for your time this morning and your expertise.
Hey, thanks for having me, you guys. Great to see you.
Great
You
to see
as
you.
well.
I wrote down pedal sink because I, for years,
That
have
is
talked about my
that's a game
dream
changer.
kitchen, and that.
We talked about getting that, but we thought the cats would do it constantly.
Great idea.